Hello, Sat Shri Akal. Welcome to my channel Tabla with Amritpal Singh. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And please hit the bell icon so you can be notified for my upcoming videos. Now, to recap lesson number one, what we learned in lesson number one, we learned how to sit properly, how your hand position should be. We learned about a little bit about the tabla parts. We learned about left hand and right hand, what they're called, uh, and we learned three bowls. Actually, there are four bowls, but two are same. Uh, the first one is ta or na. They are played same, the hand positioning, everything is same, but they have two different names. Ta, na. Ta, na. Second bowl was ti, ti, which is played with the middle finger. uh, Make sure all your fingers are down on tabla and you lift your middle finger up and you play with your finger, middle finger, ti, ti, ti. The third bowl that we learned is te te. It's played with three fingers and the index finger in the middle of the syahi. Te te, te te. Now, this is what I call regular tit, or uh, in every bowl, in whatever tit bowl, this is the way it is played. But there are certain bowls, certain kaidas, certain relas, certain peshkaras, or certain compositions where tit is played reverse. The bowl still says the same, te te, but instead of starting with three fingers, you start with the first finger. You start with the index finger. So te te, te te, or te te, te te. This I called as a reverse tit because you're starting with the index finger first. Now the fourth bowl that we are going to learn is called tin or open tin. It's also called tun, Tun, and it's played on the right side of the syahi. Again with the index finger. Most of the bowls are played with the index finger. So your ring finger is in the middle of the second quarter, and your pinky is here, your middle finger is up, and your index finger is here. All you have to do is slide your ring finger towards the kinar, and with the index finger you hit on the syahi, on this end of the syahi, not in the middle, on the outer rings of the syahi. Okay, it's like, as I told you yesterday, if we have an imaginary half here, you're hitting on the top part of the half, and it's like you're snapping your finger. Okay, you can't do it like this. This is not tun. Tun has a ring sound to it, and if you hear the word, if you hear it, it sounds like tun. Now, again, we will start with all the bowls we have learned. So, first one is ta, na, ti, te, te, tun. Now, the fifth bowl is tin. Tin is, I consider, out of all the basic bowls, tin is the hardest bowl to play. Again, your finger positioning should be same as you play ta, but now instead of playing on the kinar, you're playing on first few rings of the syahi. Your finger is also touching the maidan, and your finger is also touching the kinar here. Okay, but Again, like tun, tin is bounced off or it is snapped off. This is thin. 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 Tin should sound like this, not like this. Some people call it ti as well, but I was taught by my Ustadji that ti is this and tin is this. Tin. So your finger bounces off like ta. We keep the finger on the tabla, but for tin, your finger bounces off. It doesn't stay on the tabla. It's like you're snapping your finger like this. That's thin. But keep it relaxed. Every time you're playing any ball, don't make your hand stiff. Otherwise, all your muscles here will start to ache and you'll have ache up to your shoulder. So keep as relaxed as possible. Keep your hands as relaxed as possible. Thin, thin. Now let's start from the beginning again. So you have all the bowls. Ta, na, ti, te, t, tun, tin. Now there's another bowl that's played with the ring finger. As I told you, ring finger doesn't play too many bowls, but there's one bowl that we play with the ring finger. It's called ne or d. Two bowls, ne or d. Same. Uh, they're played the same way, but has two different names. Uh, in Punjab, Gharana style, it's called d, but in other styles of playing tabla, it's called ne. So ne is played with all the fingers up. You just remember the hand positioning or the position of this finger. You lift all the fingers up and this is ne. D or ne. Ne, d. Ne, d. It can't be played in the middle. It will sound like one of the tit parts. So, ne, ne. So let's recap all the bowls again. Ta, na, ti, te, t, tun, tin, ne. There's another bowl. It's mostly played with Kathak style of tabla, and it's called thum. Thum is played with all four fingers, or the first part of your hand, and it's played. You can't play thum over here. It's played again imaginary half. Your fingers might go a little bit, on top of the half, but not here, and they shouldn't be back. And thum is also played. It's played, and you lift your hand up right away. This is thum. Thum shouldn't be played like this or like this. So, okay, again, ta, na, ti, te, t, tun, tin, ne, thum. So these are some of the right hand bowls, or as we say in Hindi or Punjabi, daine haath ke bowl. Right hand bowls. Now we have our left hand, the bass drum. Another thing I want to mention over here is there are lots of bowls that are played with the right hand, and there are only two bowls that we play with our left hand. This is my own thinking. I think the right hand, I call the right hand as more artistic hand, and left hand as more, it changes the accent in tabla. It creates sweetness in the tabla. The way you play the left hand creates it creates a lot of sweetness. If it's played rough, if it's not played right, your tabla, there won't be any sweetness. There will be bowls playing, but there won't be any sweetness into your tabla. Okay, so let's learn all the two bowls that we play with the left hand. Again, this, if you look at the left, the dagga, this doesn't have the syahi in the middle. I was told there's two reasons for that. Or sorry, one main reason that I was taught was that your wrist is supposed to go here and you hit on this smaller part. But I have seen other way too. I have seen ustads or their disciples or other people playing, putting the wrist here and hitting on this wider part. Excuse me. I usually go half and half. So here and here, you have equal space here, equal space here. But I haven't found any video or any book that dictates or that says that no, this is the right way. So wherever you find your sweet spot, you keep that and you start playing there. Now, the first bowl that is played on the left hand is called K, the letter K, or it's also spelled as K-H-E, K. Flat hand, your fingers should not go past the gajra here. Okay, so K is, keep your wrist down and K, you just hit it. You can do it like this too, but this is very heavy, like so, light, K. You're playing again with your finger pads over here, not the whole hand, just these. So if you look from the side, my hand is, it's not touching, it's not like this. It's a little bit curved. Okay, K, 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 like that. So your this middle part of your hand is little bit bulged up or curved up. Okay, K. And this is one way to play K. Second way to play K is with your knuckles. This is also to play K. Some people play it on the syahi too, but you can play here with your knuckles here. Okay. Third way to play K is like this, with your index finger and your thumb. You're trying to snap it with the help of your thumb on this kinar again, the big kinar of the dagga. So K, K, K. Some people call it K. K, K, same thing, different names. Okay. Now the second bowl that is played with the left hand, you gotta create a C like this. Okay. And your hand shouldn't be like this, open like this, and it shouldn't be like this. Just normal, just regular, keep it as normal as possible, as relaxed as possible. Again, your wrist stay on the back side of the syahi. Okay, and over here, not on the kinar, on the maidan, you hit. I was taught by my ustad ji, by my actually Dada Ustad. Dada Ustad is your Ustad's, either your Ustad's Ustad or your Ustad's dad. They taught me that we should try to use these three fingers first, initially, okay? That will give you more power, more sound. So this bowl is called Ghe, G-H-E. Some people call it G, Ghe, same thing, like K and K, same thing. So how it's played, you have made a C, your wrist is on the maidan, on the other part of the syahi, on the maidan, and you hit on this part and you bounce off. Don't leave your fingers there, bounce it off. Now this pinky and this thumb, they don't play any role when you're playing. So they could be, you know, if they're like this, watch here, you know, they don't make any difference. But look wise, they don't look good to the audience. So in order to make it look good, you curve your thumb in and you make your pinky also curved in with your other fingers. Okay. It's also played with two fingers or one finger too. 1, 2, or 1 and these two, or all these three. So it's called ghe. Now, since as I told you, there's only two bowls, there are different ways we play K here. K, 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 right? Same way, there are different ways we play ghe. That creates accent. Now this is ghe, normal ghe. Okay? Now there is a deeper ghe. Deeper ghe is when you press on your wrist. Okay? You're pressing and you're making the sound more deeper. Now there is another ghe. It's called, you hit here and then you slide your, I'll put it on a side. You hit the ghe here and you slide your wrist on the syahi. That changes the sound now. Listen to it. So regular ghe, then deeper ghe, then sliding ghe. Okay. Now the fourth way you can play ghe is ghe. It sounds like that too, right? So you hit it and then you slide the hand or your wrist onto the syahi, right? Ghe. So the sound eventually becomes deeper. It starts with ghe. It starts with open and then it goes deeper. Okay, again, K and ghe, only two bowls. So this creates, as I told you, sweetness in tabla, and this creates accent in tabla. This is an artistic hand because this has more bowls to play. So now we have learned the basic bowls of both hands individually. Right hand bowls, ta, na, ti, te, t, tun, tin, ne, thum, ke, and ghe. Tabla is a language. Tabla has its own language, I should say. Like any language, we start to learn A, B, C, D, the alphabets first. A, B, C, D. And or ka, kha, gha, uda, ada, idi, all these are alphabets. We have learned the alphabets for the tabla, okay? Now we are going to start making words. In any language, you start making words, 2-letter words, or 2-letter words, 3-letter words, 4-letter words, 5-letter words. Similar way, we have words on tabla. I call it combination of bowls. So I will conclude this video, today's lesson with this, that whenever you're playing tabla, whenever you're playing all the bowls together, one thing is, make sure your body is relaxed. Your whole body shouldn't be tensed up. Your hands shouldn't be tensed up. Second thing is, keep your, as I said, this finger, your ring finger has a very important role to play. It keeps the whole hand in position. If you have this in the right position, the other fingers will follow. Okay? And again, with this one, make sure your hand is not hanging down here and it's not at back. I have seen K played back here, but not here. So this is the ideal, because wherever your wrist is touching the syahi, that's where your hand should be. So you can fold it when you're playing G and K together. You can fold it right there. So this is all for today, and I hope you like the video. Please leave a comment if you want to learn something, or if I miss anything, or if you're not clear about anything else, and I will see you in my next videos. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon so you can be notified for the next videos. Sat Sri Akal ji.